Hello, I'm David Fee. This is Home Songs for Life. I'll get that out right out. This is Home Songs for Life, and have a look at this, folks.
Every day's a good day to be alive. It's always a vintage kind of year, and every friend's a good friend to you or I, who doesn't disappear. But when the rider in the big blue sky, when the rider in the big blue sky, when the rider in the big blue sky brings something new to the table, change.
Nice.
So that's the new intro. Really proud of that. That worked a treat, I think. So good.
It's good.
It's good to see you all. Anyone who's there now or later or whenever, really, in the 200 years' time, who knows? Very happy to have a right raggle-taggle of musicians here tonight. Is
that the collective noun we get? Raggle-taggle?
I think that's what we're going to call you. That could be the band name. Dave Akari, Manus, McGeehan, and Rowland Jones. Welcome to you all, guys.
Hi.
Hello. So the new format, folks, just for those who don't know, we previously did 4 songs. They only get 2 songs now, but we get 2 songs from 3 talented musicians. A nice variety of music too, which we love. And we're going to kick off tonight with the most dangerous-looking nice guy in Scotland, and that would be Dave Akari. And I'll just pass over to you, and I'm looking forward to hearing a couple of songs from you, and then we'll have a wee chat afterwards. Okay. And here we go.
Thanks, David. Right, I'm going to take this off while I play. And hopefully, we're all working. Hey, before I start, I want to say hello and cheers to everybody. Steve Byrne, Gary Casey. Katie, how you doing? Who else is in the house? Lots of people in the house. Nice to see you. Well, fucking Monday night. No, it's not Monday. It's Wednesday night. See, that's what happens. I'm going to play a couple of tunes, as David said. We're going to start off with one called Cherry Wine. cherry wine. Have you ever tasted cherry wine? Have you ever tasted that cherry wine? Oh, the sweetest thing you'll ever find. Oh, the sweetest thing you'll ever find. The sweetest thing you'll ever find. Cherry wine for home song. How you all doing? I have no idea what's happening there. I'm going to have a wee look at my phone here because my phone might tell me who's in the house. Good evening, Steve, Gary. Chris Annetts is in the house. Nice to see you, Chris. Can't really see who else is in there because I'm not really watching properly on my phone. There's too many gizmos and gadgets and all sorts of shit happening here. And I need beer. Not bad for a Monday night masquerading as a Wednesday. Right, we've got a different guitar now. That was the Dave Arcari signature guitar from National Resophonic Guitars that you just heard. This is one of my old faithful Nationals, based on a Delphi but with an M2 neck and some very special National Resophonic jiggery pokery and electronics inside. This was a prototype of these guitars that we developed, and I love it. Before I go and play this song, I want to remind you all that I have a Facebook group called Dave Arcari's Wildcats. There's free content, live streams every Monday evening, or most Monday evenings when I'm around. There's all sorts of exclusive stuff, Spotify collaborative playlists, Wildcats exclusive merch, news, offers, all sorts of stuff. And there's a gig in Glasgow, a real life, physical, in-person fucking gig on Sunday the 20th of February at Broadcast in Glasgow. My friend Ian Donald, otherwise known as The Gator, is going to be opening the show, and tickets are on sale now via my website and via all my Facebook pages. Anyway, that's all my plugs over. I apologise for that, guys, and I'm going to play another song. This is Hangman's Blues. Well, midday sun shone Cherokee Bill as he stood by the gallows pole. Anything to say before I take your soul. I didn't come here to make a speech, he said, just came here to die. Searchlights lit the blackout ripper as he was prepared to hide. Well, every silence screamed above. He stood there and sighed. I didn't come here to make a speech, he said, just came here to die. Oh yeah! Never rode again. The sassy blonde was hanged. Well, the last lady never made a sound as a trapdoor below was hanged. I doubt she came to make a speech. I think she just came here to die. I doubt she came to make a speech. I think she just came here to die. I doubt she came to make a speech. I think she just came here to die. That was Hangman's Blues. Now, before I can have a chat, with you all on here. I need to put my earphones back on. Hopefully they're still working. I have no idea. I can't hear anything. Hey, so I can hear something.
Nice
Cheers,
one, Dave.
guys.
I
Thank you.
realise that these two songs are going to fly by, aren't they, really, for each of you? Part of the, I mean, obviously it's shorter than we've usually had before, but I think part of the idea is people get a chance to hear each other's audiences, and there's a bit of crossover, and hopefully, that all works. But I'm sorry it's so short.
It's
hard to get a chance to warm up, and I know you bring a lot of people along to hear you, Dave. So I hope you are all enjoying it, folks. Dave's fans, and stick around for the other guys as well. So, Dave, how's it going over in Lomond side there? Are you getting a few gigs, you said, but any
cooking
gigs now?
away.
Yeah.
There was a kind of brief return to the live circuit in the autumn with shows in Manchester and Liverpool that were a nice way to come back, and had a sellout show in Belfast in September. But that's really been it. There was a low-key show in Glasgow in the end of November, and there's a show coming up in Glasgow on Sunday the 20th of February. But it's hard to, all the venues are playing catch-up. They've got 2 years' worth of shows to try and catch up on.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have that show on the books. And I'm not sure that really we'll see a proper return to touring until either the later half of this year or perhaps into 2023 before we start to think things, fingers crossed, provided everything goes the way it's going, we'll start to get back to what for me anyway, and probably you guys too, is can be classed as normality.
Yeah, it's okay online, of course, but it's not quite the same as having real live people there in front of you. I'm sure we all feel the same way about that.
But thank fuck for online, because where would we have been for the last couple of years?
Well, exactly.
It's true.
And part of the thing that I've enjoyed about this is the fact that we are just a wee community of musicians that sort of get to know each other, and that was half the reason I've decided to have more reviews on. But I realised that you and Rowland maybe had met up or something from the previous chat. You were talking guitars there.
No, we were just talking guitars. It was an instant relationship. It was one of those things.
I see.
I know him through the pages of Blues Matters magazine and through a mutual pal, Ian Potter. I used to live in Perth.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realise you knew Ian.
And Potter is a great friend. In fact, I managed his best friend's band for a while. So
Okay. No, I didn't know that. All right. Okay. So
okay. Well, cool. We're going to try and, we're learning on the job here, folks. I'm learning on the job for sure. So we're going to try and keep this quite brief in between the chatting and that. So just so that people don't get, we might find it all fun and everything, but they'll probably get bored before we know it. So we'll move straight on to some more music. Very happy to welcome Manus. He's over in Edinburgh, not Fife. And looking forward to hearing your songs as well, Manus.
Okay, thank you.
Give it to us. Cheers.
Hey, how are you doing, folks? So I've got to follow Dave, which is going to be tricky. I'll take this off just now. And my style is probably diametrically opposed, I think you might call it, slightly more folky or whatever. So this first song I'm going to do is called Wind in the Rain, which is appropriate because it's blowing a gale out there tonight. And it's actually inspired, because where I live in Edinburgh, it's up a hill, and it's really inspired by the people especially older people, even older than me, who trudge up and down the hill all weathers, and that was the starting point for it. I just quite liked the idea that they were so sturdy and independent. So this is called Wind in the Rain. Into the wind and the rain, time may not come again. Whatever, I will not complain, but head into the wind and the rain. brothers or couples, they gotta get out. They hope to get back again. There's nothing else for it, you gotta head out into the wind and rain. Out on the road, start freshening you like a river that knows no end. And the puddles in the sky straight back again, up into the wind and rain. So into the wind and rain, your time may not come again. Whatever, no need to complain, but head into the wind and rain. Stand up to straighten my back, see the arrow will come again. Lie my back and turn my feet back into the wind and rain. I will stand like a half-shut eye, near ended my big stride. Sky the reflection of my day, spinning the wind and rain. I can feel the wind in my hair, rattle around me and gets everywhere. Rain soaks me to my bone, but I'll be dry when I get home. I will take my walk up the hill, while I can still take the strain. Knowing each time they beat my back, I still head into the wind and rain. Now I sit by the fire and listen to the night howl and complain. And though it no longer touches me, I still dream of the wind and rain. I can still feel the wind in my hair, rattle around me and gets everywhere. Though the rain soaks me to my bones, I'll be dry when I get home. So into the wind and rain, this time may not come again. Whatever, I will not complain, but head into the wind and rain. Wind and rain, wind and rain, wind and rain, wind and rain, wind and rain. Wind and rain. Okay. So sticking with I don't know why, where this one came from. Slightly watery kind of sort of themes, but someone lives by the ocean. It's called Nobody's Fool. I have a friend, lives by the ocean, just him and the ocean, and the ocean voices. He no longer comes into the city, He says there's nothing left for him now. Says, why don't you come visit in your family? I know it's not what he just wants me to bring back memories. Each time before he hangs up, he repeats her old motto every time. Says, remember, gonna be nobody, ooh, nobody, ooh. He says the ocean never regret, and all because it always returns. Deeper and wider, and you see it. It is always what it is, and never what it seems to be. Quiet's in its torment, rages in its calm. While you might take it for granted, but you can't do it any harm. Now you can't say that about man is late. Unruly blue, by the woods of the moon, only the ocean is nobody. Nobody, nobody. He says he's content, and I can't convince myself he's not happy. As for me, I need all between me and just the ocean. Not how he used to be. I know there's something lodged in there, something he's not telling me. When we were young, we'd sit by the seawall, look the world around, speak of our hopes and our dreams. We were always gonna be nobody, nobody, nobody.
Yeah.
Pick up.
Just wait for Manus to get his earphones in there.
Sorry, yeah. Untangle the things.
Yeah, thanks, Manus. It's a shame because after a seamless sound check, we were getting some internet interference or something happening there.
Weird.
Yeah, it's a shame.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is. And just for those who didn't get the full Manus effect, he's got an absolute cracking voice. And really love Manus. I loved it. I could listen to you all day, the singing in particular. But thank you for that. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine actually. Yeah. Keeping really busy. So yeah, even at this sort of winter.
I know you're a landscape gardener, right? In your day job.
It's garden design, but a lot of that there's a lot of landscape involved in it. So, but it's actually been really. It's blowing a gale tonight, but it's been really mild. So. Super busy. It's unbelievable. I usually rely on January being sort of wintry and wet, so I can get a bit of time off.
Does it provide any inspiration for the songwriting? Like, for instance, you put a song, "The Wind and the Rain." That's got to.
I think that's just Scottish meteorological conditions. I don't think. Where you're at, you probably get an occasional bit of wind and rain. So
just a bit.
Yeah.
True enough.
Yeah.
True enough. Yeah, I know. Have you managed to play live at all, or?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, actually, even going to gigs and things, there's just been absolutely nothing on at all. It's starting to open up again. It's like Dave was saying, in a very limited kind of way. Some of the local pubs are starting to tentatively put them on, but it's not quite settled to anything. And then the larger venue stuff, I mean, it will, just like Dave said, really just to echo him, it will start to go, but it's very tentative, I think, at the moment. So I haven't done any live stuff for quite a while. So again, we're fortunate to do even the online stuff's been a godsend in the sense that at least it gives you a focus.
Yeah. Go on with that.
It's something. Gary's saying there that, and this may be true, that sometimes it's a streaming issue. So that sometimes if you listen later, what was a problem with the performance would iron itself out somehow. I don't know. So it might be worth taking a listen later for that.
That's a shame.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. And we'll get you doing technically everything happening perfectly at some point or other, Manus, I'm sure.
I know. Unless it's just actually, it could be the streaming issue, as you say, I think. Because otherwise, Dave's was fine, so hopefully Rowland's will be fine as well. It could be something like that. Let's just blame the storm.
Let's just blame the storm, yeah, precisely.
It's the way you hold your mouth, as my mother would say. I have no idea what that means, but she used to say it all the time.
Well, by the magic of the internet now, we're going to leave Scotland and head down south of the border to Manchester area, roughly about, Rowland, is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, South Manchester and Cheadle. Legally, I'm in Stockport, but it's Greater Manchester, really. It gets greater and greater.
My wife and I got married in Stockport, as it happens. So
did you?
We have got a connection. Yes, we did many years ago now. But
gosh,
enough of that. And over to your music.
that makes you legally in Stockport, Dave.
Exactly. Okay. Well, looking forward to hearing Rowland.
Okay,
take it away.
Sorry. That's not me. God, my beard's grown. What happened? Phew. I had a flashback then. It was just weird happening. Well, hello to everybody out there. This is a song called Still the Blues. Got a big expensive house, a fancy car, maybe two. You got a real nice job, might even make a buck or two. But if when you come home at night, there's no one there for you, it's still the blues. Always eat the finest food, drink the very best wine. Clothes by all morning, they look a lot better than mine. But But if there's no one there to hold and squeeze you right, it's still the blues. Now the blues can sneak up on you. You never know from which way. You can never ever tell when the blues is here to stay. No matter how fine you slice it, no matter what spice you use, it's the same old recipe. You're cooking the blues. So pick up that guitar, my friend, give it all you got. Might not be a Fender, might be made from a cigar box. It might not sing like Jimmy's or how right Stevie Ray Vaughan's. It's still the blues. So come into the kitchen, coming out of the cold, feeling pretty lonely, feeling pretty old. You can serve it with a can of beer or with a glass of wine. It's still the blues. Seems like there's no future, no recipe for success, but I'm sure you'll get over it all, more or less. Right now, at this moment, at this point in time, it's still the blues. Now the blues can sneak up on you. You never know from which way. You can never ever tell when the blues is here to stay. No matter how fine you slice it, no matter what spice you use, it's the same old recipe. You are still cooking the blues. So pick up that guitar, my friend, give it all you got. Might not be a Fender, might be made from a cigar box. It might not sing like Jimmy's or how right Stevie Ray Vaughan's. It's still the blues. It might not sing like Jimmy's or how like Stevie Ray Vaughan's. It's still the blues. It might not sing like Jimmy's or how like Stevie Ray Vaughan's. It's still the blues. Oh, thank you. That's called Still the Blues. It's from an album I recorded a couple of years ago. It's really weird that because Leslie and I lived in Italy for some years, and we used to travel around quite a lot for gigs and festivals and stuff. And I used to write a lot of songs actually whilst I was driving. So what would happen is that I'd suddenly say to Leslie, "Can you we had primitive phones in those days. We didn't have like an iPhone you could record things on. So I'd say, have you got a notebook? Have you got your notebook?" And then she'd scribble down something that I was trying to remember, trying to not forget, more to the point. And I remember I wrote that song on a very bad road in Belgium. Now, why I should remember it was a particularly bad road in Belgium, I've got no idea. But it was, Belgian roads are bad in general, and that was particularly bad. This wasn't written in Belgium on a bad road. I don't know where this one was written, but this is called How It Is. It's a song, I've just released this as a single, so I'll send you how it is. I've been thinking about where I've been, the places I've visited, and the things I've seen. Made decisions by people I've met. Some were good ones, and some I regret. Don't know the future, can't change the past. That's how it is. That's how it is. I've been thinking about me and you, Where are we going? What are we gonna do? Nothing keeps us together. Not one thing we've done. No reason unites us. We live two lives, not one. Don't know the future, can't change the past. That's how it is. That's how it is. I've been thinking what might come to pass. Will I ever find someone? A love that will last. I keep hoping. I keep looking around. For the other half of me, there's nowhere to be found. Don't know the future, can't change the past. That's how it is. That's how it is. I've been thinking, what might have been? Could have been a different story, cut to a different scene. A little less adventure, might have been less fun, but I could be settled down instead of still rambling on. Don't know the future, can't change the past. That's how it is. That's how it is. Don't know the future, can't change the past. Don't know the future, can't change the past. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Rowland.
Pleasure.
Yeah,
Absolute
great.
pleasure.
That was sounding great. In fact, somebody was saying they want to go on the dance floor with this the first song you're playing. So yeah, you're getting a vibe going there. So
That's a cool vibe. I like that. Yeah, I'm up for that.
yeah. So I think I got to know you through this Talent is Timeless thing to start with, wasn't it? Which for those of you who don't know,
so.
it's a Facebook place for old wannabe singer-songwriters, basically.
Something along those lines, yeah.
Something along those lines, yeah. No, I don't spend a lot of time there, but yeah, that's how we got to know each other. And you run something similar to what we're doing now, in fact, called Talking Songs, right?
Talking Songs started off as a live venture. We had a venue in Manchester, and basically what happened was that the first half I would sit with my guitar and there'd be a guest songwriter who sat there with a guitar and we'd exchange songs and chat, very much like we're doing now, but just the two of us. And I'd do a couple, they do a bit more than I did, but mainly it was sort of chat between the two of us. And then the second half, they would do a full 45-minute set. And it worked really well. And then unfortunately the venue went bump. So we headed off and found another venue, and they were utterly hopeless. They had 2 rooms there, and we got there one day, and it had all been planned, and I'd explained, this was a conversation, we were recording it from, for a podcast, etc., etc., etc. And he said, "Oh, we've put the stand-up comedy in the back room. You'll have to do it in the bar." Is that okay? No. So I gave up with them, and then I was poorly for a bit, and then suddenly we were in lockdown. So I thought, this could be something. And I got invited actually to do an online gig using StreamYard, and I thought, oh, this is quite fun. I quite like this. So I've been doing it ever since, and we've had 76 episodes and about 150,000 viewers overall. So it's been good. All sorts of people. Great. Yeah. And
you're on Tuesday nights, is that right?
Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock Tuesday nights. TalkingSongs.uk, which is on our Facebook page. Okay.
Where can people find your music?
Well, the easiest place is the website, which is RowlandJonesMusic.com. It's Rowland with a W, not like the pianos. You can find me on Spotify as well, but unfortunately, there's another Rowland Jones there spelled exactly the same. I occasionally, they're measly, royalties anyway. But I'm sure I've got some for a piece of Mozart that he recorded 20 years ago. But so you can find me there. But the website's the best bet. It's RowlandJonesMusic.com. And Dave mentioned Blues Matters earlier on. I'm talking of songs and songwriting. I've done an article for this edition, which is called "Writing the Blues in the 21st Century," because it's quite a tricky thing to do. As I'm sure you'll agree with me on this, Dave. That it's such an American form that it's kind of difficult. One of the things I point out in the article is there are certain things that are acceptable in the blues and some of the things that are not. So, Chicago, that's fine. Mississippi, that's fine. South End isn't. Swansea isn't my hometown, but it's not going to feature in a blues, And talking about cars, Chevy, fine. Packard, fine. Cortina, no. It's as simple as that. So it's all about that sort of stuff. So there's an article there for any of you who are interested in lyric writing. So
that reminds me of a story, actually.
Go on.
I've got a cousin in New York who is basically my tour warehouse. Anyway, she was over here one year, and I thought, well, maybe it's just always the grass on the other side. The great unknown is always the thing that's got the attraction. So we're having dinner, and I said, well, your cars are cooler than ours. Your place names, everything's kind of cool. Beaver Creek and Lookout Mountain. Lookout Mountain's about like the wee hillock out the back here. But they call it a mountain, and everything sounds so great. And the music, of course, well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not that great on Scottish or British folk music, just a personal taste. But I love Americana and country, although probably a lot of it comes from our music anyway. But
what happened there?
Well, they didn't like Dave's story. That's what happened.
Yeah, they stole your punchline. We've been shuffled as well.
Well, before we, we'll have a part 2 of that story, Dave. But I just want to thank you guys for being the guinea pigs tonight. For those who are here, thank you for watching as well. Now that's part of this is all these technical difficulties are why we kind of we'd rather be playing live, and HomeSong why I started was we started hosting gigs in our house here in Campbelltown, but we're trying to encourage people to do that wherever you live if you love music, and because there's loads of great artists like the ones we've been playing tonight who would love to come and play some tunes in your living room and just for put a hat out and they'll play for whatever you give them, just because we as songwriters we like to hear people hear our stuff. I'm not saying we're desperate, but no, we just like to play ourselves stuff to real people, and it's been a weird time. Hopefully it's coming to an end, as Dave was saying earlier, but it's going to take a while. But when you're ready, come and invite us, or one of us, or all of us, or a whole raggle-taggle of artists to come and play at your place. Why not? In the meantime, we're going to be here every Wednesday night with a different set of 3 artists each week. It's a good chance for us to get to meet each other and chat as well. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for being here. And we'll try and get better as we go. Everybody's been great tonight, and all the difficulties are totally outside. So thank you. And good night, folks. Cheers.
Cheers.
You can wave too if you like, guys.
Yeah. Bye, guys.